joining anymore. So, thank you that you are reaching out here to this masterclass. I wanted to talk today about automated deployments in SAP landscapes, and we have a focus on the Microsoft SDAF. Microsoft SDAF is a SAP Deployment Automation Framework, and I divided the topic in 4 parts. What is it exactly, and why are customers searching for solutions? Why the customer has some kind of pain points. Then I want to go in the SDAF technical deep dive. After that, I want to go to a live demo, short live demo, run some kind of pipelines, execute and showcase you some of the Azure resources. And last but not least, I want to show you a short outlook, what can happen if you use SDAF, but maybe you want to use an AI agent to leverage also the SDAF. Hi, welcome. So my name is Stergios. I'm a technology consultant. Since 2004, I'm working in the IT, do consulting since 2008. And I'm an entrepreneur since 2015. And I do all the last years only technical consulting for SAP customers, and named also SAP Basis. Maybe. So if I'm talking with customers, I hear a lot of similar statements. Similar means they have a lot of pain points if they move to the Azure cloud. Let's pick up something out. For example, backups on VM disks. What is backups on VM disk? We are in Azure here. Azure provides a backup recovery service vault, and they still exist if the customer move to Azure. The backups to put in the VM in the disks. So this is very cost intensive and doesn't do the strategy like cloud native, or try not to do cloud native first. Let's pick up 3 systems, 3 different approaches. In a normal way, we have 3 systems. We have a dev stage, we have a quality stage, and we have a productive stage. Of course, the productive stage can handle a lot of more workload, but if someone, maybe 2 people, try to install the systems, it's very I'm very sure that the system will be installed on 2 different ways. So if you try to put a stage from the dev to the queue and the queue to the product to the productive system, you will have different approaches. Also, very nice statement. We have not supported subsystems in running in not productive mode. This is also very, very dangerous topic, because if SAP looks at the system and see, hey, you have not supported disks on it. For example, everything HANA data log and the HANA shared is everything on premium storage. Everything is fine, but if you attach a new disk with which is standard disk only, then you decrease your SLA and you don't have the right SLAs in place. And it's not supported from SAP. So SAP runs only with premium disks or ANF. Next statement, maybe we have different VM types in use. So imagine you have these 3 stages, dev, queue, and prod. And of course, you have another size. Of course, you will have not the same amount of gigabyte RAMs or CPUs in the productive or in the quality system. But if you have different types of VMs, you cannot consolidate this and save money and save costs, because you have to pay for these different types of VM. So these are a lot of things that I'm reaching out to customers and hear this. So, but what is the reason about this? What is the reason about the statements from the customers. Let's take a step back. In the on-premise world, yeah, many years ago, 20 years, yeah, it was each customer had or has the same or has the own hardware, yeah, and the own server rooms. Yeah. It was okay, yeah, but the topic was it was very slow to increase some kind of new projects, or it was very difficult to handle bottlenecks on the performance layer. Yeah, so so it was very difficult to handle this. Next stage, yeah, around about 2010, yeah, we had the visualization layer, yeah. I think SAP supports since 2010 or 11 VMware, yeah. It's not so far away, yeah, it's 14 years away. So that virtualization can handle also SAP systems. But this was also very difficult. Of course, we had to handle like we had the opportunity to handle future workloads, yeah, into account. This was possible, but yeah, it was you had the opportunity to have templates and images and improve some kind of images. Yeah. So then next era, yeah, cloud adoption, the first mover or the first wave, yeah, that moved from the server rooms to the Azure. Speed rises, of course. Yeah, everyone wants to be in the Azure cloud. Everyone wants to speed up the process, the development, create self-services, and be the first one. Yeah. So the problem was it was a lot of initiated things. Yeah, but the topic is that everything was not set up right, or you had different setups. Yeah, incorrect setups. Yeah, the topics like documentation and stuff like that was very hard to find out. Yeah? So then teams come to this landing zone approach, yeah, to handle some kind of guardrails, yeah, and say, hey, we need some kind of a framework, we need a network to handle, we need monitoring, tagging, we need what else? Identity, of course, yeah, policies to handle and make it more governance. Yeah. Next step, yeah, infrastructure as code and CI/CD pipelines. Also very important step. It was to be, how I can say it. No, it was possible to have the source of truth, yeah, the code, yeah, and using of Git and using of software versioning to do backups or restore to another software version. And yeah, SAP systems are very tricky to automate, but yeah, on some kind of layer it was possible, yeah, but not the right fully way. Yeah, so we had to, because we are looking for an end-to-end perspective. Yeah, we are looking for implementing this from the first click to the ready to log in the SAP GUI. Yeah, this is the approach. Yeah, so platform engineering is more modern now. Yeah, more modern means the last 2-3 years. Yeah, in the SAP world, I see customers develop platforms. Yeah, and exactly this is the point that SDAF fits here very well, because you can put this open source framework, yeah, to the Git and to the Azure DevOps or something like that, yeah, and build up your end-to-end process. Any questions? Feel free to ask. Yeah. So I read it out loud here because I don't want to make a mistake. Yeah. So the SDAF improves the deployment and configuration of SAP workloads on Azure. It leverages infrastructure as code, streamlined operation, enhancing efficiency and reducing manual interventions. Additionally, it utilized Ansible for configuration management, ensuring consistency and reliability. The framework also supports high high availability setups and is adaptable to the various business requirements, making it a powerful tool for organizations. Yeah. So in these 2-3 sentences, maybe you understand the pain points from the customers, the statements from the customers. Yeah. So what I get if I implement SDAF? Yeah. We have an aligned architecture with Microsoft and SAP. It's fully supported. Yeah. We have an orchestration environment. Yeah. You can forward this to your DevOps team. Yeah. This is also a very, very tricky part because no one has skill in this layer. Yeah. So it's possible to put this there. Yeah. It enables creation and infrastructure for sub-landscapes, also configuration, yeah, using Terraform and Ansible scripts. Of course, it exists some kind of PowerShell scripts and Jinja files and stuff like that. Yeah, but this is only for something to leverage the SDAF. Yeah. So, and what is SDAF? Yeah, it's an open source framework. Yeah. Everyone can download this. Yeah, everyone can change this. Yeah, do whatever we want with this. Yeah, so it's public. Yeah, Azure. It's Azure SAP Automation. So, yeah, you see here the business values. Yeah, and in simple words, yeah, deployment and planning and governance using this reference architecture. Yeah, like you can use blueprints. You can configure blueprints like you have a single instance installation, you have a distributed system installation, you have a HA cluster. Yeah, you can use this. You can specify this. Yeah, and you simplify this journey. Yeah, no problem. Yeah? Of course, you have to handle this. You have to check policies and stuff like that. Each customer are different. Yeah. Also, one very important topic: accelerated time to deployment. Yeah. I had customers. Yeah, they needed 6 weeks. Yeah, to deploy a machine. Yeah, I talked to you this in the taxi. Yeah. 6 weeks, unbelievable. Yeah, you request a system because you are in a S4 project. Yeah, you try to be very quick to reduce costs. Yeah, and you request this from your supplier, and what you get? Yeah, 6 weeks delay. Yeah, hey, come on. Yeah, so very difficult. Yeah, but it's the reality. Yeah, we have a standardized tool set. Yeah, means like we use SDAF use the newest industry standards like Terraform, like Ansible, yeah, to leverage this. Reference architecture, yeah, we have some kind of dependencies on each layer, yeah, and we need to achieve this because SAP says then, hey, you don't have the right architecture, yeah, it's not supported case, yeah. So it's pointed out to the documentation from Microsoft, yeah, and take the VMs plus the right disks plus the right configuration of network interfaces and. Yeah. So you deploy a system and it's fully sub-supported. Yeah, you can raise a call, yeah, request. Hey, I have an issue. Don't worry, everything is fine. Yeah, so you get the support from SAP. Yeah, of course, reduce a project sprint. Yeah, and of course, if you have pain points, you have a big S4 migration, you need sandboxes. Yeah, not only 1 or 2. Yeah, you need, I don't know, maybe in 6 weeks, 12 machines. Yeah, it's absolute realistic. Yeah, to do some kind of changes. Yeah, this is also a very good benefit. Operational excellence. Of course, it's not only the deployment that you did once. Yeah, you can also increase the VM type or the VM size. You can increase the disks. You can increase everything what you want. Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, so we are talking about day 2 operations. Yeah, and this is also very helpful here. So, yeah, perfect. let's jump in the technical. Any questions, maybe? No. So, in this slide, I want to showcase you how SDAF is working. So we have here, or it's divided in a control plane and in a workload zone. We have in the control plane, we have storage accounts, we have keys, we have firewall. This shows optional, but you can use it. Yeah. Also DNS topics, and you have the opportunity to go over a web app, because I will jump a bit later in the live demo and I will showcase you. It's a bit difficult to handle this TFVAS file, yeah, but don't worry. Yeah. So we have in the control plane a Terraform deployer and an Ansible deployer. That means the code, yeah, what we provide and the pipelines behind uses this this VM. So nobody can direct connect to the SDAF and run the pipelines. So this is of course a security feature. It's very important, yeah? And you run the code through this VM. So you have some kind of Terraform states, yeah. And this is also very important. The Terraform state is not on your notebook, yeah, or in any share. It's placed safely in the control plane, yeah. Nobody can. You need extra permissions, yeah. You need additional permissions to reach out to this, yeah. In the normal, if you run the normal deployment, yeah, you need to set up this in a special way to get access to that, yeah. So it's not easy to handle this or to hack this, yeah. So in this case, we have a non-production and we have a production layer, yeah. So we can go through different stages, yeah, like dev, QA, and prod, and you handle this in, for example, here in different VNets, yeah, or system condition. Most of the time, the external people is not allowed to have access to the productive system, yeah, and this approach here shows that you can set the configuration, you can set everything like it is in the production, and jump in and say, hey, this could be an issue, or this could be a challenge in the productive system. Yeah. So fully automated means creates all Azure resources. All Azure resources means VNets, but this should be happened to in front of. We need, of course, NICs. We need resource groups. We need IP addresses. We need a lot of Azure resources to handle this. Yeah, it's complete, fully automated in SDAF. OS and SAP prerequisites, yeah, setup is also managed by SDAF, and you can handle this also twice. Yeah, it's not an issue. Yeah, so you can run the Ansible pipeline again. Yeah. Install SAP and database instances and maintenance SAP landscapes, Azure resources. 2-3 days ago, we had a case. Yeah, we provided a system to a customer. Yeah, and we did a wrong configuration. Yeah, on the disks layout. Yeah, don't worry, everything fine. Yeah, we adjust the right file. Yeah, and we provided the customer the right sizing. Yeah. So, yeah, and I have to say it again, it's fully open source, yeah. This is very quiet, yeah, very nice. So, any questions under here? So then, let's jump in the live demo. So everybody can see this? Yes. Only I cannot see it right, but so we have the SDAF is also divided in 3 parts. Oh, it's not. Why it's not loading? Okay, perfect. So we have a backend configuration. It's stored in SAP Automation. We have SAP Automation samples. Yeah, of course we need some kind of information about the target system. Yeah, what kind of version we need? Do we need a SUSE or a Red Hat? Do we need I don't know, an Ubuntu, or do we need which HANA version we need? Yeah, so this is placed in the sample repo. Yeah, we'll jump in also, but let's go in the SAP Automatic. Welcome.
Thank you.
So we have here the deploy section. The most important case is the Terraform folder. We have, I can see. We have the SAP deployer here. We have different folders to manage the Terraform code. In this code we can also, for example, this import, it's not nice. Providers, it's also not nice. Maybe SAP deployer, let's jump in SAP. Output. Or jump in the modules, more important. So we see here the modules section. And here you see the right Terraform code. Yeah, so it's in the back end, and it's, if you go to Terraform IO, or you go to the section of the documentation, you will find the similar things here. So then we have also where's the Ansible? Here, the Ansible code. So we have, for example, roles SAP OS. Let's jump in the host file. So this this Ansible playbook, for example, check the right etc host file, yeah, and check what kind of system name or host name what we provided earlier in the Terraform files were, and validate it and execute it. So this is the backend. So let's jump in the automatic samples. So we have here the bill of material. For example, let's jump in the, this is the newer one, maybe in the 85. So we provide here, you can do a test, or I will do a test a bit later in the demo. But here is the playbook for downloading all the installation media. Yeah. So installation media in SAP is very important, because you the most important case is to target the right version of SAP, because if you want to do a migration, or if you do SAP does a lot of updates. Yeah. So of course they have some kind of schedule, but it's very important to be every time up to date. Yeah. And here in this section, in this bill of material, yeah, in the BOM, you can specify the target version of your system. So, and the third part, this is one of the most important. What I showed you now is everything backend code. Yeah, backend means that you have to run these Terraform files, yeah, to execute the backend code. So you are, if you do some kind of changes, or if you want to, and this is also important, if you want to have 20 systems or 100 systems, yeah, you can specify this in the front end. We say it front end, yeah, and it will be, each system will be the same, yeah. So because you don't touch the backend code. So where it is. So kind of explanation. Yeah, we have the opportunity to install a standard installation instance, distributed system, and a high availability system. In the past, I had a customer. We were a lot of teams, and we tried to implement SAP HA in Azure, and we needed, I think, 6 weeks, 7 weeks to align the host names, the network, HA on automatic way, and in the end it doesn't fit. Yeah, it was not possible to do in SAP HA. Yeah, after 6 weeks. Yeah, so very, very hard stuff. Yeah, but this was the reality, and I have a customer that uses the customer uses this SDAF approach with HA, and it's possible to, in his situation, to have a system HA cluster in 4 hours, fully deployed, fully usable. Yeah. So let's jump in. So what we want to do is we want to have a dev installation. We want to implement this in West Europe. We want to talk about. We want to set an X00 system. We have a HANA database. We can also use a DB2 Oracle database, a Sybase, SQL Server. We have some kind of description possibilities here. So we can use secondary IPs, scale set. We can use premium V2 storage. Before we provide the system to the customer, we can also set this value to true. Upgrade packages. That means for SUSE, we will provide him a fully updated system, so he can run on the newest level of OS. Yeah. Yeah. We see here the size, for example. We have an E20 DS4 version 4. Yeah. We use DHCP in this case. So we use SLES version for SAP, support package 5. Also very important, VM zones. Yeah, we want to not VM zones. Sorry, it's the zone in which we want to deploy the system. So proximity placement groups. Yes, yes, yes. Everything fine. So we will go with a one VM approach. Perfect. Everything looks good. So let's jump in the pipelines. SDAF provides also a different kind of pipelines. Yeah? So you don't need to create these pipelines. They are full managed by SDAF. So you can also update the pipelines, yeah, over SDAF, yeah, from SDAF, and yeah, exactly. But the most important ones. Oh no, the one. This one's here. For providing a subsystem is the SAP infrastructure deployment. So everything we was set up, yeah, in front of. So where's the run new button? Here we are. And this machine is the monitoring. Here's the monitoring. So you will see the CPU. or the internet connection is very slow currently. Maybe this is better. But our pipeline is running. So then let's wait for this refresh here on the metrics. This is fine, and maybe I will show you the pipelines. So it's not only to do or to have a provision thing. Yeah, if you think about the end-to-end process, you need also to deprovision the systems. Yeah, so this is also possible with SDAF. Deprovisioning means that you can delete the systems. Yeah, full automated, so you don't need to have some kind of manual work on this. So it's also possible. Yeah, you can do a configuration and SAP installation. This is divided in two parts. Yeah, infrastructure in Azure will run over this pipeline, and the configuration installation part and all the database load and stuff like this is happened in the configuration pipeline. Software acquisition, you have the opportunity to download a new BOM. As I said, the SAP software is updated frequently. That means if you don't or you didn't update this, or you don't have a schedule for that, you will get failed in the next phase of downloading the software. So here you have the opportunity to download the newest versions in SAP. So I talked also about the workload zone and also about the control plane. Yeah, the control plane is the main one, the higher one, and starts all the do's in the workload zone. So you don't need to do it on manual way. You can do it also over pipelines. Yeah, so it's also fully automated. So and let's see what the metrics says. So perfect. We see the spike here. So sorry, I cannot see that. Yeah, it is perfect. So now we are using this VM, the deployer VM, to create our SAP system, our X00 system, and I'm pretty sure that this will finish in the next few seconds. So let's do it like this. Let's wait a minute. Any questions? Maybe. Any thoughts?
How long does the installation process? Is 1 hour, 4 hours?
10 years ago, 5 days, something like that. Now, for this infrastructure deployment, we need 5-6 minutes, 7 minutes.
Okay. Wow.
So fully supported from SAP, and this is the most important case. But this is only the Azure resource. 5 days, it's a lot because you do a lot of manual things. You don't have the capacity of this hardware resources before 10 years or before 15 years. Yeah, but I remember very well. Yeah, we had the customer requested a new system, a solution manager. It's a technology system for SAP, and my boss said, "Hey, here's the order, yeah, and you have 5 days to do it." Yeah, and I need it. Yeah, so this is a complete change. Yeah, so for the infrastructure, if I'm talking about maybe about the SAP installation, yeah, we need around about 1 hour, 1.5 hour.
And you can scale it. You can say, I need one system or something.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
The first is
It's limited on the budget that you put in the Azure. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And the API, of course. Yeah, but yes, this is possible.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know exactly if 1,000 because of SAP has some kind of limitations. Yeah, but yes, in theory you can expand it until unlimited. Yeah. So, perfect. So deploy SAP infrastructure is done. So 7 minutes 45 seconds. Let's jump in Azure and see what we get. Refresh. Here's our new VM. Let's jump in the resource group. So, and here's the fully supported system. Yeah, we have ASGs in place. We have a load balancer in front of, proximity placement groups. We have a lot of disks supported. Yeah, for SAP. We have a storage account for the SAP MNT folder. And we have also a private endpoint for security relation topics. Yeah, also included. So let's jump back in the presentation. Oh, but just a second. I can also run. Now the system is up and running. We can connect to the system. But what we can also do is we can use another pipeline to remove the system. So remove the system. Take this one. Run new. Run new. What do you think? It's nerdy stuff or it's...
It is pretty complicated, I would say.
A bit, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
To what industries did you deploy the system in the past?
Doesn't matter.
Yourself?
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
But that means like manufacturing, finance.
It doesn't matter because we have here the technical layer, the technical SAP layer, and Azure DevOps or a Git. Yeah, every DevOps team has this opportunity to handle this. Yeah, so it's not related to any kind of branches or something like that. So why it's not running? No internet.
You can choose to free passport and just
Which one?
Oh, you already choose this one.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So. Okay, unfortunately it's not working. Okay, it's working. Okay, perfect. So we want to remove the subsystem. Yeah, this is a resource group that we tagged, and we say next and run. So back to your question, or not back to your question, so your sentence. Which one? So we did the live demo. So deploy a SAP infrastructure, 5 minutes, roundabout. We need roundabout 10 minutes. Pre-configuration time, 1 hour. It depends on the customer, what kind of dependencies we have. For example, other teams. Other teams, I mean firewall-related teams, third-party tools, identity and access management tools. It's related to the customer, but for our perspective, for our point of view, we need some kind of 1 hour of preparation time to execute the infrastructure pipeline. Then the SAP installation needs round about 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. And post-implementation, this is also related to the customer. Maybe they want to install an agent, an antivirus agent or a Microsoft Defender agent, something like that. So you can everything what you want to install, you can do it over the SDAF. It's working over Ansible. Of course, we have to create Ansible playbooks. Of course, you have to maintain this. But you can do it in the SDAF repo. Suggest or something, questions? Any thoughts to this?
How do you pay this in Azure? Because Azure is very complicated when it comes to different hardware combinations, and you don't know how much payment results.
So you, how to estimate the costs? We do it on manual way because we know what we want to provide to the customer, and we have to do it on manual way. It's not included that they get a cost estimation dashboard or something like that, but it's a good idea. And last week I had this topic with the customer, and they have a tool for that, but I cannot remember it. But it exists. You can implement this tool in the Azure DevOps pipeline, and you see the customated the costs that we will pay. Okay, back to my question. Any thoughts?
Well, I took a lot of notes, and I think I should study it afterwards, because there's a lot of keywords, frameworks that I don't know. I heard before about Azure. I worked a bit before as a UX designer in fintech, but just really I'm just a fracture of it. So what you just described.
I'm thinking without automatism, AI doesn't make sense. This is my thing. So the companies should focus on automatism topics, and I think SDAF is a good approach to start with this, and create some kind of frameworks or rules and policies, and I show you the TFVAS file configuration, and it's very complicated. You said it, but what we did, we create a front end for that, So because we, like as an engineer or a consultant, we are also very, very expensive people, So my vision is to outsource this to people, and translate this definitions or this topics to a key user, for example. Hey, the key user knows he's the first people that they know, hey, I need a new system, or I need a sandbox or something like that. Yeah. So we created a smart front end for SDAF. Yeah. We put it in online. Yeah. It's everyone can use it, but it's limited. Yeah. It's a shared version. Yeah. And of course, it's not. We don't have a connection to any kind of Azure repositories, because the costs are very heavy. Yeah, so if everybody goes in and say, hey, deploy the highest machine, yeah, that would be very expensive. But you can use it, and of course it's a modular approach. It's a Docker, and you can forward this to your key user. So next approach, I will try to reach it.
And this dashboard, is that developer's dashboard, or that's client's dashboard as well?
Clients.
Clients.
We want to avoid, yeah, we want to forward a business blueprint, yeah, a very, very tight solution, yeah, with tough rail guards, yeah, because our experience with AI models, yeah, if you have everything open, yeah, you can ask, I don't know, thousands of things, yeah, but this is not the case, yeah. We want to have it very specific, yeah, and yeah, we tried. I think we get it. Yeah? So we identified 11 questions to build this TFVAS file. Yeah, our product, as I said, this is a share model. Yeah. Our product can consume the API in Azure DevOps and forward this pipelines then, or to do an action and run the pipelines, yeah, in Azure DevOps. So maybe we have 10 minutes left. Maybe I can do it quick. Would you like to question now? Yes.
So it responds now to the knowledge base, right? Your chat.
My chat.
No, like, so what are we seeing here right now?
Yeah, we created a chat-driven input. Yeah, and we collect or reconnect, and we collect the necessary data.
Okay.
Yeah, to provide and put it in the TFVAS file, in this in the configuration file. Yeah, and each of them. And each of this input, yeah, it's related to the TFVAS file, yeah, and we forward this TFVAS file then to Azure DevOps, and Azure DevOps execute the Azure pipelines. Yeah.
Do you have a security check in between to
not in the share. No,
that the file is correct?
No, not in this version. No.
Yeah.
Because if I have a security check, everyone needs to be logged in. Yeah, I don't know, maybe over the email address or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I wanted to have it very, very simple to showcase the value, and not. Of course, we do identity access management, yeah, over Azure and stuff like that. Yeah. Also, what we can also do is the large language model behind. Yeah, it's not related. Yeah, we can use everything what you want. Yeah, or what the customer needs, or what the customer is in use. So this is on a Mac Studio. Yeah, I don't know. I think the highest configuration. Yeah, it works for our cases. It works. Yeah, because we wanted only to showcase. Hey, you have the opportunity to switch this responsibility. Yeah, to create the machine to the key user. Yeah, and not to the to do the complete traffic through. Hey, I need a system, I need this version, stuff like that. Yeah, this is not necessary anymore. Yeah. So, for example, we need a productive system based in West Europe. Yeah, let's have it x00. Yeah, anything else? Resource group, West Europe, SBX maybe, something like like that. Cannot see it. No, I don't want to add text. So we have a t-shirt design approach here. So we use a small one. H00. So application server X00. These are questions we can. These are modular. If you don't, if you say to the customer, hey, you don't need to put this because you have a name convention. For example, yeah, it's every time W01 and +1, +1, +1. We can implement this also, or we can set this as default in the backend. Yeah, and you don't need to answer this question. Yeah? It will be check this in the not default, or maybe. So single insert parameters successful. Would you like to summary these parameters? Yes, I want it. So and this summarized now the parameters that are valid for the TFRs files, and you can use it. In the past, we had the opportunity to download this file to implement this in Azure DevOps, but this doesn't make sense here to to create files here. Yeah, we need direct the connection to the Azure DevOps. Yeah. So this is also an opportunity to leverage SDAF. Yeah. So I have. Do you have some kind of questions, maybe? Other questions? If not, CloudMotion GmbH, founded 2020 in Germany, in Hamburg. We are SAP on Azure experts, yeah, using Terraform and Ansible. We did in the last 5 years over 150 installations with system copies, of course, greenfield approaches, HA and Azure NetApp files. And because we know very well the SDAF, yeah, we are also contributor, yeah, of the SDAF framework. We had a customer situation, yeah. We went through the security guides, and the security guides said to us, hey, you need this VM host encryption. Yeah? Otherwise, it's not possible that you become or you get a go decision. So what we did, we feedback this back to Microsoft and said, hey, we need this new functionality in SDAF. Yeah? And we asked also, hey, do you have this in the backlog or something like that? Yes, of course, we have it in the backlog, but we have it in 9 months. So, okay, a bit too late for us. Yeah? And I said, okay, why not? Let's implement this. Let's develop this for Microsoft. Yeah? We are aligned on this topic also with the customer. And we did a pull request. Yeah? And we implemented this security feature in SDAF. Yeah? We are very proud about this. Yeah? And yeah. The end of the day, yeah, it was a win-win-win situation, win for customer, win for us because we showed our expertise, and win for the community, yeah, because everyone have the feature in. And yes, yeah, and yes, we are a bit nerdy. We are nerds, yeah. It's very hard stuff, yeah, and we do nerdy stuff also, yeah. We're playing a bit of Minecraft. Yeah, we have a server hosted in our own Proxmox landscape, but it's not only that we are nerds. It's a learning platform for us. Yeah, how to handle Terraform. Yeah, how to learn Terraform is very difficult. Yeah, it's a very easy language, but it's difficult to understand Azure behind. Yeah, so Minecraft has a Terraform provider. Yeah. Very nice, yeah. You can build houses, beds, windows, a lot of stuff. I think in the new version you can create also some kind of baby zombies. Yeah, very cute, but also dangerous. Yeah, so yeah, be careful. Yeah, it's a learning platform for the students, juniors, and also for the seniors. And yeah, last but not least, everyone is welcome to join our Minecraft landscape. Yeah. Thank you very much. Any questions? No. Feel free to contact me. Yeah.
It was
today.
Very informative. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Feel free to contact me. I'm today here and also tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you.